Hi everyone, welcome to Beyond Decadent Planning with Erin. Today we are going to be cash planning for my family's bi-weekly pay of March 14th. For those of you who have never joined us before, my family and I use a zero-based cash budgeting system where every dollar that we have incoming has a purpose and is allocated to a specific purpose. What I do is I actually do a monthly plan for when my bills are going to be coming out of my account so that I can identify which paycheck needs to be able to cover those bills. That money does stay into my account, but anything extra over and above what I need to pay for my bills is actually withdrawn in cash. So on this pay, I have $1,825 that I am able to withdraw in cash and allocate to all of my different accounts here. So we're going to put that amount on here. What I like to do in it is I created this piece of paper here for my planner just so that I could easily identify where all of my money needs to go. And then you'll see here these columns actually identify what denominations I need to pull out. That just makes it easier when I go to the bank. I can say I need $1,825 and I need it in these different denominations. And so that allows me that rather than pulling out like 18 $100 bills, that's not going to go through all of my different envelopes, but I'm able to put the exact specific amounts are in each of the envelopes. The color coding here is pretty simple. So the white area is my wallet. So these are all the envelopes that I carry with me all the time. The blue area is my kind of longer term expenditures. So things that I'm not pulling out of as often, but probably once a month or once every couple months. The purple ones are different events that I'm saving money for, although I do realize I need to add a couple more envelopes like Valentine's Day, and things like that. And then finally, the yellow ones are the envelopes that I am pulling from, hopefully very, very rarely or once a year. So things that I'm saving typically a specific amount. For example, I'm saving for a deep freeze right now, a stand-up one for furniture. So I have a specific amount in mind that I'm trying to get to so I can actually buy a stand-up deep freeze. Okay, so let's get to it. So I typically in the white envelopes, I'm saving about the same amount each time, and they're definitely my bigger amounts that I'm putting in there. I have a family of 4. I live in Canada. Things are expensive, especially groceries. And I am doing this for a 2-week period. So I typically do about $500 for our family to get our groceries. And the denominations that I typically use are 4 100s and 2 50s. And the reason for that is because I want 250 for each pay, or for each week. So we're going to take 500 out of my total. So that leaves me with 1325. I am going to be putting in a larger amount for gas, just because my husband and I both have vehicles, so we both need an amount of money. So I'm going to give us $200 this pay, but I'm going to do that in 4 50s. Restaurants, I'm also going to be giving $200. My youngest and I are going to be going to a hockey tournament. So we're going to be eating out quite a bit. So I wanted to have a little bit of extra there. I'm also going to do, wrong one, 4 50s. Household and entertainment. I'm just going to put $25 in there. It's really just a accidental, and that's chef spending. I'm writing all different things. You know what? I'm actually going to just put 25 in all of them. So Jeff and Aaron spending is just for my husband and I. No questions asked. We can use that money for whatever we want. If we want to spend it all in one shot, cool. If we want to save it and add it to next pay's amount, that is amazing. So I'm going to restart this because I have also lost track of what I am doing. So we're going to take 50 minus 200 minus 500 minus 50 minus 200. Okay, so that leaves us with 825. And then same thing, I'm just going to do super easy, a 20 and a 5 for all of these. So that goes in my wallet. Next, we're going to be looking at my blue area. There's a couple things that I need to make sure I have. So number one is subscriptions. So I actually calculated out how much needs to go into this envelope. All of these subscriptions are paid for by my credit card, but I want to make sure that I have enough money set aside for them. So I put it in a cash envelope, and then once a month I will go and put it on my credit card for my monthly subscriptions, and then yearly subscriptions, it just stays in my envelope to save up until I have to pay for the year-long subscription. So we're going to put $50. Feel free to check out my video on how I calculated my subscriptions and identified how much money I needed. It's in my channel. But same thing, like I just created a piece of paper on Excel and kind of went through my process with that. Sports, I mentioned earlier, I'm going on a hockey tournament, so I'm going to be putting 200 into sports, and that's going to take care of hotel, gas, anything to do with the hockey tournament. I do have a bit of money in sports right now. So this is so I've already got $200 in here. So adding $200, that's going to give me $400, which should cover most of the expenses, along with, other than restaurants, that is going to be coming out of my restaurants amount. Okay. Medical is also something that I need to put in a specific amount. So thankfully, again, I'm in Canada, so healthcare is free, or I pay taxes on it, and that goes towards medical. But I still have to pay for prescriptions and like Band-Aids and stuff like that. So I typically always put about $50 in. Actually, no, sorry, I used a bunch there. I'm gonna up that to 75. Okay, the rest of these, I'm going to hold off putting any money in just because I want to have some other larger amounts down here. Number one, birthday parties. It is my oldest birthday coming up, so even though he's not getting a party, we've told him any money we put together towards his birthday party or would have spent on a birthday party, he can have towards a gift. So I'm just going to pad that a little bit to make sure that I have enough. And then Easter is also coming up. I think I have quite a bit in Easter, but I did want to add some more. So I've got 145, but like Easter is also for, and if there's kids in the room, please tell them to not listen. But it's for the Easter Bunny. So I want to make sure that I have enough in there for Easter Bunny. And then I'm also hosting Easter dinner. So just making sure that that covers all of my Easter spending. So I think 145 is pretty close to what I need. I was thinking about 150, but I like the idea of a cushion. So I think I'm just going to give myself $20. And then I think that's it for those. The next ones I want to do, car maintenance, needs a large amount of money, because it, my husband and I both needed oil changes. So, we had to get that. And then it's also our car registration. Um, so just making sure that, we have plenty of money in there. And then, emergency. I also, want, $100 in emergency. So that leaves us 130. So I am going to kind of spread that out, along these other ones. Sorry, beauty. I think I just got my hair done. So this is down to 0. So I want to put 25 in there. It costs about $100 to get my hair cut with tip and everything. So I try and do, and it's every 2 months. So I try and do $25. Bi-weekly, so that I have enough. Or if I can't do $25, then I'll just have to make sure I increase it in other areas. Clothes and content, I'm just gonna do $5. Costco is also 0 right now, so I'm gonna do $20. Gifts, I don't remember how much I put in gifts. So gifts are like if my kids need to go to birthday parties. So there's 105 in there. But okay, we're gonna give that one 10, just to make it 115. Oh. I'm gonna come back to school. I don't know what I want to do with that one. Anniversary, we'll do 5. Canada Day and Christmas, we'll do 5 each. Halloween is 5. I think these ones I'm also just gonna do 5. And so I've got 3 envelopes left and only $30, but that seems wrong. Okay, I'm gonna double check my amounts here. Okay, so 25, 200, 500. Okay, I have $80. So that that makes more sense, because I think I definitely want bigger amounts in these. Vacation, for example, my husband and I are planning on renting a cabin over the summer. And I think I have 600 in there. So yeah, 635. Which I'd like to do another 20. I want to get up to 1,000 before the summer. Oops, sorry, plus 40. Okay. school, I'm going to do 50, just because, I forgot about hot lunches. So in our school, we can order hot lunch once a week. The parent association does it, and so it's a monthly pay. But I totally forgot that I was ordering it, but wasn't accounting for it in my budget. So I need to start making sure that I put $50 in every month, so that then I can put it back in my credit card from ordering it. So there we go. So we are now balanced. So in terms of denominations, for most of these, it's going to be pretty simple. So I need a 20 and a 5. I need a 5, a 5, a 20. So these are pretty 1-to-1. And then I just need to add them all up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that is 75. 1, 2. 9 20s, which I think is 180. Should just confirm. And then 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13. 650. 9. So that's 900. So 80, 20. And there we go. We are done. We are balanced. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. And as always, comments are welcome. Thanks, everyone.